She has co-authored Unboxing Bengaluru, the City of New Beginnings, and co-founded the Unboxing BLR Foundation to document the city's rise as a global tech hub. Pratibha is an award-winning Kannada poet, journalist, and columnist, a pioneering feminist voice in modern Kannada poetry, and the Kannada translator adapter of Unboxing Bengaluru. Over to Malani and Pratibha.
ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ಸೆರೆಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾರು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ನಮಗೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬರಲಿ. ಕಮಾನ್. ಹಾಂ, ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಇದು ಜೈಲು ಮುಗಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ವಾರ್ತಾ ಇಲಾಖೆಗೆ. ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ Information and Publicity. I did a documentary on this jail just before it was wound up. So it gives me a very eerie feeling to be sitting here because I have met convicts here on these very barracks. I have interviewed them. I have shot all this. And now to come here for a lit fest is a very paradigm shift actually. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈದಿಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಇವತ್ತು ಬಂದು ನಾವು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. But Bengaluru jailali, we have always had workshops for convicts, theatre workshop, poetry workshop, and we did a lot of program with the inmates back then. But this is a different kind of festival, and I'm glad that this is happening here now. And thank you, Malini Goel, for coming for this. You have heard our introduction. And this book, we are going to talk about this book, though they have given us only 30 minutes, which is not enough. Because why this book? ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, the kind of data, this is filled with the kind of data is amazing, shocking actually, because you have to work for a decade actually to collect the kind of data that Malini has collected for this book. They have interviewed over 650 people, and they have interacted with almost all the departments of the government and the public. And this book is a fantastic book which all of you must read. I strongly recommend that you read either in English or in Kannada. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಇದು ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಥಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್, ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ಇದು ಮುಂದೆ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಒಂದು, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಇದು, ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ, ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಮುಂದಿನ 10 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್, ಹೌ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ going to be positioned in the future.
I don't write Kannada and don't speak, so thank you so much. Why the book? Each one of us come to a book with a very different sort of reason. For me, it was that as a journalist, when I came to Bangalore, and I was based in Delhi earlier, so every time I would come, the city, there was nothing that felt very special, right? The roads, the jams, you know what most of our big cities deal with. But you looked at the headlines in the newspapers and it would say startup capital, so many multinationals, so many tech companies, so many startups. And there was this dichotomy that in my head, right? What is so special about Bangalore that so many people, so many startups, so many jobs are being created in this city? And curiosity, it was journalistic curiosity that brought me to the book. And of course, I was at a stage in life I wanted to write a book. This is my first book. So I put my heart and soul writing the book.
I think you could elaborate a little bit on making of the book, because that is very important, how she went about meeting people and collecting data. Can you talk a little bit about it?
So do bear in mind that I was an outsider to the city. It's a challenge and it's also an opportunity because it allows you to look at the city with a fresh pair of eyes, but you are likely to be parachuting into writing a book, and which I absolutely did not want to. The second challenge that I was facing was, as a journalist, you have a top-down view of the world often, especially as a business editor, right? So those two things were very, very important. So when I came here, I decided to do a bottoms-up view of the city, which meant meeting vendors, roadside vendors, meeting Aam Aadmi, going to the slums, meeting all kinds of people out there in the city, and not necessarily being in my bubble of same set of people. That was one very important, deliberate sort of choice I made. The second thing I did was I used social media very, very proactively. I was not a social media person prior, right? But I realized social media is a great window to connect to all kinds of people. It is a bubble, I know, but if you use that bubble well, you use the platform well, you are able to access the kind of people, like there is a chapter called Young and Single in the City. I wouldn't know so many young and single in the city people, right? People in their early 20s. Social media platform allowed me to reach that mass. People I didn't know. There was no selection bias. Um, Go ahead.
See, let me confess. When I first heard about this book and when I read it, when I started reading it, I had a prejudice that I thought she is unlivable now. So, and now she's writing about my city. So let me see what she has written. How? So with that attitude, I started reading. But very soon, very very soon, after 2-3 pages, centuries coexist in Bangalore anta. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶತಮಾನಗಳು ಒಟ್ಟೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯು ವಿ ಸಿಟಿಯ ಒಂದು ಕಾಣಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಅಣ್ಣಮ್ಮ ಉತ್ಸವ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ನಾನು ದೊರ್ಸಾನಿ ಪಾಳ್ಯ, ಡಾಲರ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲೋನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೊರ್ಸಾನಿ ಪಾಳ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಗ್ರಾಮಗಳು, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಆ ಗ್ರಾಮಗಳನ್ನು ಕಬಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ಆ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳು ತಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಣ್ಣಮ್ಮ ಉತ್ಸವ ಆದ ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಊರ ಹಬ್ಬ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಜಯನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಜಯನಗರ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆಧುನಿಕವಾಗಿ
Tech and non-tech silo. There is an old and young silo. So there are all kinds of silos that exist, and also increasingly so because we
Parva, Datu, and they all asked difficult questions about history, faith,